I'm a Swiss, born Italian. I had to travel around the world to understand the complexities of the energy systems. My background is in oil and gas, but I've also invested in the energy transition. The big word today is energy transition, and investments are a key enabler of it. So when you come to a place like Liberia, you see a lot of opportunities. And you also hear that money is an issue. Well, let me tell you that in the investment world, money is typically never an issue. There's money sitting, waiting for opportunities. So opportunities is what money are looking for. Then the question is, how can Liberia become an opportunity for foreign investors? And that's where I think David and Lawrence have sort of given already a hint on the direction we need to go. The starting point is the vision that the country wants to have for the next, not year, 2 years or decade, but for the next 100 years. From that vision, you walk backward and you figure how you're going to execute it. There has to be a vision and a commitment and a responsibility to execute it, and by doing that, investors would know where to go, where there is an issue, when there is a glitch, to understand how that is going to be sorted. Because what investors want eventually is a return. They want their money back. They need to know who to talk to, who to call when there is an issue. And there's always issues, not just in Liberia, everywhere. There's issues in startups in Silicon Valley, there's issues in startups in Tel Aviv, in Berlin, in Spain, in India, in Singapore. The investors want to know who is responsible, and they want to be reassured. So investing is also about storytelling. And entrepreneurs need to know what they want to achieve. They need to know that they never need to overpromise. In fact, they should always underpromise and overdeliver. So there is an element of being able to become an entrepreneur and raise the standards to international levels, but it is absolutely possible. It's happened in pretty much every country. It's happening in other countries in Africa. I recently met an entrepreneur from Angola who has got his own startup on robotics. So you can attract funds internationally as long as you are committed to deliver a vision. And this vision doesn't have to be what your neighbors have done. It has to be something that reflects your own identity and your own drives. I understand that there is a huge challenge coming from your recent past. Unfortunately, wars are never fully understood, especially by people who haven't suffered them, how they destroy your willingness to do things, how it unsettles the daily life. But human beings have been around the planet for tens of thousands of years. They've always gone through war. They've always recovered. So there's a way out, no matter how dark and grim the situation can look. And in this respect, I would like to shift to my second topic and wrap up. I wrote a book about energy citizenship for one simple reason. I called it energy citizenship because originally, actually, it was a diary for my children. And I dedicated the book to my children, but also to 8 billion people worldwide. Why 8 billion people? Because the book explains that energy, and not just electricity, is the foundation of society, right? Society, economic growth, civilization. 1.5 million years ago, when the early human beings learned how to communicate, that's around the time when early human beings learned how to master fire. And so on and so forth, you can draw a line, a parallel between human civilization and the use and the mastery of energy. So learning how to understand and appreciate the value that energy has for society on a daily basis is essential for all the citizens, all the way up to decision makers and policy makers. because by appreciating the role that energy plays in restarting a country or in fostering growth, that's where you basically turn things around and you restabilize and you regain your trajectory and you basically build a long-term sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you.